self-acclaimed leader of the
It was the Attorney General of the Federation, alongside Inspector General of Police, who on 29th June announced the rearrest of self-acclaimed leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, by operatives of the Nigerian Security Intelligence. In his first appearance after jumping bail, Mr. Kanu was hooded in black and smuggled out of the court by DSS through the exit used by judges. This was after Justice Binta Inyanku had granted the application of the DSS for Mr. Kanu to be remanded in their custody. At the subsequent sitting, although Mr. Kanu was absent from court, drama ensued between lawyers, journalists and the security operatives. Counsel to Nnamdi Kanu tells us how his client has been holding up since his last appearance in court.
To make sure that he's transferred out of the place, to enable us interact freely with him and prepare for the case. We'll have other pending applications in court, and also allow his medical expert to see him and also examine him. So because we don't want to rely on the treatment being given to him by the medical personnel of the DSS. DSS, in line with the order of court, has been hectic for us, has been hellish. That's the simple language in which can address it. It's been so terrible for us going there Mondays and Thursdays. So I'm not saying they are bullying us in any manner. They are not doing that. But what I'm saying that is we are not finding it easy to interact with each other.
Bandits or terrorists in Nigeria's northwest have come under intense fire in the last 1 month following a renewed offensive by security forces. Reports indicate that many of the gangs were forced to flee either northward or further south of the offensive. Until then, the gunmen attacked several communities in the northwest and even assumed some level of control in villages in Niger State, according to the state governor. But since the renewed offensive, the bandits have been in dire straits. Reports indicate they have been calling for a truce. But on Sunday, the Wall Street Journal published a report that isn't going down well with the Nigerian Air Force. The report, titled "Nigeria's Gangs Raise Millions by Kidnapping Children, Now the Government Can't Stop Them," said the Nigerian Air Force brokered a deal to secure a 12.7 caliber anti-aircraft gun as President Muhammadu Buhari was planning a trip to Katsina, his homestead. The newspaper said the masked men emerged from the forest on motorbikes, surrounding a young intelligence officer clutching a cash-filled bag. The ransom, nearly $50,000 in crisp Nigerian notes, wasn't for a person but to retrieve a weapon that directly threatened the country's president. The Nigerian Air Force has dismissed the report, describing it as fake news. In a statement, the Director of Public Relations and Information said there is absolutely no iota of truth in the spurious allegation that was undoubtedly designed to cast aspersion on the good image of the service.
It began like child's play. Aggrieved youths floated a coalition to force a change in the operations of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad of the Nigeria Police Force. SARS, as it was commonly called, had for many years been a notorious unit of the police. Unlawful arrests, torture, profiling, indiscriminate and extrajudicial killings, as well as extortion were some of the allegations leveled against the squad. The protest gathered momentum across states, and those behind it listed 5 demands that must be met to quash the protest. The authorities responded swiftly as the operations of the squad were immediately suspended. Then Inspector General of Police announced the creation of the Special Weapons and Tactics, codenamed SWAT, with a promise that no member of SARS will make the SWAT list. But the agitators were far from being pacified. 1 year after the protest, these citizens appraised government's response to the people's cry.
And each institution like police is not something that you can just wake up one day and then make it happen. But gradually the president and the inspector general, the new inspector general of police, they are doing well. They are working around the clock to see the improvement of the police in this country.